Good morning. It's a Wednesday. That means it's mobile Monica version of the Real Monica Adams show, brought to you by our friends at Invita Health and Wellness. How you doing this morning? I am wide awake, up and Adam. We just wrapped up an incredible workout. You can hear the dogs probably downstairs. They're all ready to go as well. How about you? Do you need an entire pot of coffee to get yourself going today? Come on, just all you have to do is open up the door, step outside, and appreciate the beauty of what God has provided for you, because it's a gorgeous one today. Now, yesterday, I know a lot of you had 60-mile-per-hour winds out west and northwest. It was crazy. We were having a late lunch and looked outside, and it was just a downpour, a deluge of rain when we were in the Arnold area yesterday. So did you all get hit with that? Hopefully you didn't have any problems. Hopefully you made it home safely. No accidents, no issues at your house either. We could have some severe weather again tomorrow, unfortunately. So what the weather is what we call it, and it's literally what we all do. We scratch our head and go, come on, we've got 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes later, it's like gorgeous sunshine and 80 something degrees, and then a deluge of rain. Well, that's not the case today. Today, expect sunshine, and it could reach a high of 83 degrees. Tomorrow, though, between the hours of 12 and 8, let's pin it down even a little bit more, between 1 and 5, be very weather aware. We could see what we saw yesterday, maybe even a tornado, but we are in spring, and those things pop up a lot, right? We are then going to cool down. So if you think we have been unseasonably warm, that has been the case. It's more like summertime that we've been feeling. But as we get into the weekend, we're going to get back down into the 60s, those lows back into the 40s, as Beckett was telling us yesterday. If you are new to the show, we've got an incredible aspiring meteorologist that I will put up against any meteorologist in our area right now. He really is fabulous. And any of you that know by watching him over the last several weeks and months, go ahead and pop in a comment. I'm sure they will be watching. Beckett and his mother, Jill, and Marty, his father, watch on a regular basis. We love him, and he is part of our team with our What the Weather segment. So again, 83, 81, then 63, 61, 63. That's your next 5 days as we head into the weekend. So that's your weather. As far as news you can use, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. If you did not, I want you to share in the comments now or throughout the show some of your favorite memories of this man. Whitey Herzog, Baseball Hall of Fame manager, dies at 92. Got that word actually very early yesterday and posted it on my Facebook and posted it on my Instagram. And a lot of people were so saddened by it and been immediately starting to think about how incredible he was for our organization. I will never forget, I think, 10 years old when the Cardinals won 1982. I remember exactly where I was at that point. My dad's football team had just celebrated a big win. We were at Ario's Pizza in Florissant. They were watching on the TV the World Series, and the Cardinals won. And I'll never forget that call by Jack Buck. So share your memories. That's some of my favorites. But I was fortunate enough to meet Whitey Herzog, to sit down and talk with him. And what a class act. And it was just really fun yesterday. I was listening to Tom Ackerman on KMOX and sharing stories about when he was just a young guy, 22 years old, starting at KMOX, and just enamored with the fact that he was sitting across from Whitey, getting a chance to interview him, and then became friends over the years. And everybody said the same thing. I don't care if you were a young little girl or you were a senior and you came up and you asked him for an autograph or you wanted to take a picture with him. He just loved talking what we all knew it became Whitey Ball, right? I mean, who has an entire form of playing a game named after him? That man right there. So Whitey Herzog, thank you for everything you did. And to his family, again, our thoughts and prayers. Rest in peace, sir. What an incredible man. I also wanted to tell you about, if you are like me, a fan of Celine Dion, this is coming out. I Am Celine Dion, streaming globally on Prime Video June 25th. It's actually directed by Academy Award nominee Irene Taylor. It gives us a raw, and I mean very raw, very honest behind the scenes look at the iconic superstar's struggle with a life-altering illness. If you didn't know, that's what she's been going through, serving as a love letter to her fans. It's an inspirational documentary highlighting the music that has guided her life while also showcasing the resilience of the human spirit. So again, that's I Am Celine Dion, streaming globally on Prime Video. If you're a big fan, mark that down on June 25th. All right, today we actually have two different guests that are going to be on with me. We're going to start the first part. You've been hearing me talk about it for the last month plus, that you are going to get a chance to see. I hope that you've purchased your tickets. Wonderful Ruby Leigh, who has become a wonderful friend of the Real Monica Adams team. My husband, my mom, we've all fallen in love. I love her parents. We've had such a good time sitting down and having these interviews. I hope you have seen them because her talent is just through the roof. Ruby Leigh will be at Rickman Auditorium this coming Saturday night, and we're going to get an opportunity to talk to you beforehand, maybe do a little motivational, and then talk about her career, and then bring her on stage that Saturday night. We'll tell you all about that and who is responsible for bringing her to Rickman Auditorium. Have you ever heard of Kiwanis? Well, we're going to find out what that organization is all about. And then in the second half hour, we'll be talking about Rainbows for Kids. We've heard a little bit about them in the last few weeks when we had Rob Rains on. Well, we're going to go a little deeper into that with Michelle Carter, and we're going to talk about an event coming up that I'm so thrilled to be a part of on Sunday. And Rainbows for Kids is for kids going through cancer. Well, on Sunday, they've got an amazing, I really love that they put this together. The kids are going to be in one room doing like different arts and crafts, and they're going to be kept busy in one room. In the other room, the moms who have been through so much, right? They're going to be pampered. And I love that. So many people in the community have come out to be a part of that. I'm going to do a little motivational speaking for them beforehand to lift their spirits and inspire them. And then I get a chance to sit down and talk to them more in depth about the optimism that this show brings. So that's coming up for us in the next hour. Real quick shout out to Sean and Marilyn. Good morning to you. Good morning. You have that workout glow. Thank you. Awesome workout, Lisa says. She just got done with that group. Good morning. Looks like a beautiful day. I know. Get out and enjoy that. Sean, we're glad you had a great birthday yesterday. Good morning, Luann, praying for a beautiful day. You just prayed and it's being delivered for you. And Julie, good morning. Linda, loved Whitey, loved his hometown roots. My neighborhood, she said yes. Good morning to Tony. Love the Cardinals. After the 82 World Series, my girlfriend and I went to 13 games the next year. Wonderful memories, Kathy says. Good morning, Carrie. We hope you're healing well. Forgot to say good morning, everyone. That's from Linda. Michelle Cardosi, good morning to you. And yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. So if you're new to the show, shout out to every person before I get ready to wrap up. Kathleen Morris, good morning. Pamela, good morning. Took a walk, Carrie says, so her sciatica is getting better. Loved Whitey Herzog, such a great guy. Whitey Ball was so fun to watch. Happy Friday to all and good morning. That's from Catherine Homeyer and Stephanie Newbill. Good morning. All right, I gave a shout out to all of you so far. Now we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we actually have two guests. We're going to talk to Carol Yant and Karen Atwood from the Kiwanis. So if you've never known what the Kiwanis is all about, we're going to find out what it is. And we're going to be excited because they are the ones responsible for bringing Ruby Leigh this coming Saturday night to Rickman Auditorium.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online envitahealthandwellness.com.
Well, welcome back again. Wednesday, April 17th, 7:09 in the morning. I hope you're having a great start to your day. We're excited to talk about two wonderful organizations. And as I mentioned, the first part is about Kiwanis, the second part about Rainbows for Kids. And let me bring my guests on. First of all, Carol Yant and then Karen Atwood. Ladies, they're actually at Rickman Auditorium this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thrilled to have you. Carol and I have been talking over the last couple of months. She reached out and said, we'd love to have you kind of MC and bring Ruby on. And I was like, I would love to. So this is going to be at Rickman and we'll talk all about that. But before we do that, Carol, give us a little background of what Kiwanis is all about.
Well, Kiwanis is an international organization who put kids first. And the Arnold Kiwanis is big on kids in our community. We've been here since 2015. Years ago, there was a there was an Arnold Kiwanis Club several years ago that was really big in our area. They built pavilion at Arnold City Park, which is still maintained. They had Christmas parade for the kids with Santa. And as time went on and other organizations came into Arnold, the Kiwanis kind of faded out. So basically, we are kind of a new Kiwanis organization since 2015. We're small, but we have big hearts, and it's all about our kids.
Well, I saw that. I was looking through pictures. So if you Google Kiwanis in Arnold, a lot of the pictures were around Christmas time. I saw parades. I saw the kids out there. I saw a lot of Santa hats on. And again, just the love to be able to give back. Isn't that what it's all about, Carol? It's all about us paying it forward and the future leaders of our world.
Yes. Um, when you're talking about our Christmas activity, we always have this in December. It's called the Giving and Light Fair,
Mhm.
and it's all free for our kids. We have it at the Foxy 6 Service Center in Arnold, and we have crafts, we have giveaway items, we always do school supplies, and each child gets a bag when they come in the door and a ticket to draw for a Chromebook. And so if I'm right, Karen, I think we've given away about 75 Chromebooks
Yes.
since we started this activity.
Yes, we
And how long ago did you start that?
This will be our 7th year. We
Congrats.
did not do it during COVID, um, but the kids walk in the door and they see Santa, they see a Fredbird, they get a free ticket. They go through the room and do whatever they want with crafts or giveaway items.
We also have Fredbird that shows up. We have superheroes. So there's a lot to do for the kids, and I want to stress the fact that this is a free event for anyone who wants to come out. And everything that we give away, whether they do crafts, we have one of the schools here in the Foxy school districts, they donate socks, and we have hats and coats and gloves, and just we have books, lots of things that the kids come in, and the items are free to them.
That's
And
fantastic. And what time of year do you hold that?
We usually have it the first weekend of December. The
December?
first,
Okay. Yeah, I
first
figured
Sunday. Uh-huh.
I figured when I saw those pictures again, everybody looked like they were kind of Christmas related, and yeah, saw a lot of pictures with Fred. I love Fred Bird. I mean, so talking about Whitey Herzog and the Cardinals,
Yes.
whoever has ever been inside Fred Bird has always been wonderful. I think it's the best mascot ever that we've ever had. If you're just tuning in, let me reintroduce my guest. Once again, we're talking with Carol Yount and Karen Atwood. They're both with Kiwanis in Arnold. Karen, what do you love most about being a part of the organization?
just being able to be a part of my community. I live here and work here in Arnold. So just to be able to be a part of the community and give back to the kids, that's what's really important for me. Just to see when we give these Chromebooks out and we give the kids the chance to come in, and if they're in need of socks or a coat or a hat and stuff, just to see the smiles on their faces and that, and eating the free cookies and hot chocolate. I mean, it just warms my heart.
What kid doesn't like cookies and hot chocolate? I mean, come
That's
on,
right.
right? How many
That's
people are in the organization in the Arnold area?
Right now we have 15 members.
Okay.
So
Are
we
you
are looking to grow our organization here. So that way we can do even more for the community.
I was just going to ask if you're looking for more. So if somebody wants to be a part of it, what's the process?
They just need to contact either Carol or myself, and they will tell them where our meetings are. They come to our meeting. Our first meeting of the month is the second Tuesday of each month, and that is at Wesley Rogers Steakhouse here in Arnold. We meet at noon. There are meetings from 12 to 1. And then we also have a meeting on the fourth Tuesday of the month, and that's at 8 o'clock at the City Hall here in Arnold.
Fantastic. So again, if you're looking for something to warm your heart, we always say it's important to join organizations that are giving back. It's important to surround yourself with people who are doing good things. It's important to volunteer. All these things that we'll mix in on the show, and just watch how your life changes when you start to see the good that you're putting back into the world, like these ladies and 13 others with their organization are doing. So Carol, how did this whole thing with Ruby Leigh come about? I know you're excited about this.
Well, it's kind of a long, not a long story, but I have good friends who are friends of Ruby Lee's family. And about 5 years ago, they called and said, "Hey, we're going to this restaurant such and such a time. Why don't you join us? We have some entertainment, and I'd love for you to hear this young lady sing." So we met them out there, and I think Ruby Leigh was about 13, and she was amazing. I mean, she just stood up and opened her mouth, and it came out. And so since that time, we've been kind of following her through my friends. And then when we realized that she was on The Voice, it was such an exciting time to say I know her. And when she came in first runner up, I was not surprised because she's such a talented young lady. And so I immediately went to Arnold Kiwanis and said, hey, I think we can do this. So after a lot of back and forth information between them and my friends and Ruby Lee's manager, we finally were able to set up a date here for Rickman Auditorium. So it took a while for it to fall into place because we had never done anything like this before. So it's so exciting for us to be the first people, the first organization to have Ruby on our stage.
Absolutely. And by the way, all of you that are just tuning in, that's where the ladies are. You're at Rickman Auditorium this morning. I love that you went there. Thank you, by the way, because whenever we have guests on that are not in my studio, and they might just have a blank wall behind them or whatever, and Carol's like, oh, no, we're going to be at Rickman. I said, love it, because that way people can see where they're going to be. So how many people can fit in that auditorium? Oh, ladies. Oh, no. Oh, there they are. How many people can fit in that stadium?
I believe around 1,400.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
I've been there before. I've actually, years ago when I worked at WIL, there were different concerts that you guys had brought in that I was able to take the stage and bring, I think, Pam Tillis one time. And there's a lot back in the WIL days. I did not know that many could fit there. That's incredible. So tickets are still available, right?
Yes, they are. We have, of course, we have a balcony, which a lot of people are not aware that there is a balcony here. That's where it gets extra tickets. But we do still have floor seat tickets available through Eventbrite, and they will be available up until 7 o'clock Saturday night. You can order them through Eventbrite. So if you come to our auditorium and say, I don't have a ticket, you can go on your phone, order a ticket, and we'll let you come in. So,
and
yes,
what
we won't be selling them at the door. Sorry. We will not be selling tickets at the door.
Okay.
So they don't have to order them through their phone when they come here if they don't have a ticket.
Right. So you mentioned Eventbrite. So what is the easiest for them to just go onto Event or Google?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you there is a login for Eventbrite. It's rubylee.eventbrite.com, and you can order tickets through them. They'll send you a receipt through the email and through your email, and you bring that ticket in to us when you come in the door, and we'll get you where you belong.
Perfect. And by the way, Michelle just now put it into the comments. So for all of you that are like, oh, I didn't know Ruby was coming. I want to see her. I want to get my family together, friends, date night, whatever. Michelle made it very easy for you on YouTube. By the way, we're right now on Facebook. Tell everybody if they're not on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We are on X. We are on Instagram, and we are on Rumble. All those platforms. So we've got 45 minutes left in the show. Tell your friends and family to watch right now. Hear a little bit more about what they can see Saturday night, and then just go to the comment section and just click on the link and purchase your tickets. What are you most excited about for Saturday night?
Of course, the show, and letting people in this area know the talent of this young lady. I mean, she's going places. We have all the confidence in her that one of these days we're going to be able to say we knew her when. So this venue here is excellent for concerts. We have excellent seating. It's kind of a theater seating type, and there are no bad seats here. So I think mainly showing Ruby Lee. Of course, we're also excited about the money we're going to make on this concert because that's going to go right back to our kids in this community. We'll be able to give more scholarships. We'll be able to give more Chromebooks. We'll be able to donate to more organizations that work with kids that we are aware of, and we have not been able to do that in the past. So there's a lot of things that we're excited about.
Well, you should be. Absolutely. And that's the thing, Ruby's performing at different areas, but how many concerts do you know that's going to be able to take the funding from the ticket sales and put it right back into the community? That's what I really love about this weekend. Karen, you agree with that, I'm sure.
I agree 100% with that. So looking forward to be able to make donations in that as well, to the different organizations that are here. Carol didn't mention, but last year, the Kiwanis Club of Arnold, we actually provided 250 baskets of cleaning products and personal products for the homeless children
Oh,
in our
wow.
area and their families. So that money, the money that we make on this, definitely is going to go to good use in our community.
I love it. And I saw a comment from Joy, and she said that you are all doing such incredible things. You ladies accomplish a lot for a small group. I mean, if you just tuned in, they just said they don't even have 20 in the organization. They've got like 13 to 15, and they need more of you to be able to do this. Do you have any favorite songs, Carol, since you've known the family for a while that she does?
I really can't say that. No, I don't. Anything she does is amazing, and I love the song that she did with Ruby Lee. And by the way, you and her sang a song together on your show some time ago that I heard,
We
and
did Fancy. We did Reba
that's
McEntire's Fancy.
right.
Yes.
No, I can't say I have a favorite song.
They're all your favorites, right?
That's right.
Karen, do you have a favorite that she does?
You know what? I am a country person and I love country music. So I don't have a favorite either. I just love when she opens her mouth, it just comes out and it's just wonderful no matter what song she does.
Well, and
So
let me say this, Karen and Carol, and all of you that are watching now and later, there's nothing like the experience of hearing her live. Okay, so there's one thing to have watched The Voice and to say, "Wow, this girl can sing." But when I had her in studio, and again, it's a smaller setting, when I had her in studio, and then when I had her out at the winery, everybody's mouth just their jaw dropped because there's a whole nother level when you hear her in person that you sit there and go, is that coming out of that girl's voice? That's out of her mouth. Her talent is just 10 times what you think it is. You're going to be blown away. And so, yes, what I really love, and don't you, for being 16 years old, that she is sticking to the roots of country and not doing the modern stuff. Not that she won't, but I love the fact that she pays homage to the origination of country music. Don't you agree with that?
Yes, and knowing that she is more or less self-taught,
Yes.
uh, that's really amazing. She has a natural talent, and she knows how to use it.
Yep. Yep. She is absolutely incredible. Okay, so let's go through this again. Rickman Auditorium, and I love the fact that you said that because if you want a setting that feels like you're surrounded by your family and friends, this is it. I actually liken it to a smaller version of the Fox Theater. Wouldn't you say something like that?
Right, I agree.
Yeah, it's that feel. How long has Rickman Auditorium been around, by the way?
Oh gracious, I'm not sure. We've had, I really cannot tell you. I worked at Fox School District years ago, and it's been there since. I wish I knew. I do not know.
Well,
many,
let's just say,
many years.
But they have, in the past, like you mentioned, there's been a lot of concerts here, and they've been very successful for a while. But then,
mhm.
as time went on, people didn't have the money to spend on expensive concert tickets, so that kind of faded out.
Yeah.
We would love to be able to continue concerts in this auditorium because it's a great place for it.
Well, one thing that I do like is that people are still going to concerts, unlike what's happened with movie theaters, which I think is so disheartening that people aren't going to the movie theater anymore to watch movies. Everything goes straight to streaming. And I was like, no, we got to get back out.
That's right.
We were home for too long during the pandemic. We got to get back out into the community, give our money to the community. So, again, let's give them all the information that they need. Rickman Auditorium, it is Saturday night. And what time do doors open?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and then she will take the stage at
Probably about 10 after 7,
10
something
after
like
7.
that. Yeah, we'll start the show at 7 with a little introduction, and then she'll be on stage. And her plan is to be there singing for 90 minutes.
Okay,
So,
perfect. And I know that she loves all of you bringing your requests to her. So if you went to another concert, all those concerts might look different because somebody in the crowd might say, here was my favorite. Oh my gosh, I really loved when you did this. A lot of people like the Linda Ronstadt song that she did, by the way, when she was on The Voice. And that one in person sounds so much different than it did on the show. Trust me with this. Obviously, she does a lot of, kind of Patsy Cline. She does the Leanne Rimes Blues song. And then she's going to do some yodeling songs for you. She just learned a new one. I love the fact that you said that, Carol, because she is self-taught. I took her out of her comfort zone when we had her at the winery, and I was like, is there anything new that you're working on? And she said, well, I'm tinkering around with something. And I said, well, let's hear it. And she's like, but I just started learning. And I'm like, that's okay, let's hear it. And all of a sudden she just like flawless does it. I'm like, there's no way that you just learned that. But yeah, That's how talented she is. So I think the thing that I enjoy is that so many people are seeing her at different areas and then traveling and then going to see her again because you were just blown away with how good she was. You want to see it again. So
Right.
you'll probably have people traveling states away to come and see her.
We sure hope so.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So again, tickets are available. Like I said, Michelle posted it for you. It's eventbrite.com and then /Ruby Leigh, the voice finalist concert registration. She put that, look for that in the comments and just click on it and purchase the tickets. Are all the ticket prices the same, ladies?
No, the floor tickets are 35 and balcony are 30. And
Okay.
even though we still have floor tickets available, some people choose the balcony. So we are going to have people both places.
Yep. So the what we're looking at right behind you, is that called the orchestra section?
This is yes, this is actually seating will be right up front right in the front of the stage. There won't be any, all those seats are available. Well, they're booked now, but their seating comes all the way up to the front of the stage. Yes.
So you're sitting right where Ruby will be performing?
Yes.
Right. You're right. Yes.
Okay. So we will be there, by the way. My team, some of my team will be there. I think Jim will be there. I believe my mom's going to come, and Michelle's going to miss this one, unfortunately, but I want you to not miss it. So purchase your tickets. I know there's a lot of people that have watched the show that said they have their tickets already. They can't wait to see it. But for all of you, do us a favor, like we always say, share and let your family and friends know that when you're making plans for the weekend, it's going to be a nice one. Again, as I mentioned, 60s. We're going to get back into the 60s this week and a nice day to go out and enjoy some wonderful music. And again, as we mentioned, not just going and enjoying a concert, but being able to buy that ticket and then know that it's going to be given back to the community. So just a few minutes left, ladies. Anything else about Kiwanis that you want to pass along to our community?
One of the things I'd like to share is that our group here in Arnold, we actually sponsor 2 key clubs at our high schools. We have one key club at the Fox High School, and we also sponsor a key club at the Seckman High School. So those kids will be here as well, volunteering and earning their service hours and helping us out selling the water and stuff for our customers.
Pretty much just say thank you, right? Thank you
Right.
for buying your ticket and helping us.
Yes.
So when we're talking about the kids that you help, all ages?
All ages, yes. We from infants all the way up, because we do a lot of stuff with the Nursery Crisis Center.
Okay.
We partner with the Arnold Rotary and things like that because we are a small club, so that we can give back to more of the community and stuff.
So
But yes,
great collaboration with other wonderful organizations.
Yes.
yes, we do.
I love that. Wonderful.
Now,
Go ahead.
we do have a car show every year as well to help us earn money to give back to the community. And that is this year. We're participating with the Arnold Police. We're partnering with them. And we will be doing our car show at the Arnold Park. And that is the middle of September for Arnold Days. I don't have the date off the top of my head, but if you Google Arnold Days, it'll tell you the date, and it's on a Saturday. So come out and see the cars. There's lots of things to do at Arnold Day here as well.
Oh my gosh, you just brought back memories to me, Karen. Arnold days. So I started my career 30 years ago in Festus. At the time, it was KJCF. It's now
Right.
KJFF. I did news and sports there. Then I worked at a station in DeSoto. So again, my roots, that's why I'm excited to come out and remember all of that. My roots are back in the Jefferson County area and all the wonderful things. And Arnold days, we used to do a live broadcast from there for J98 and KJCF at the time. I'm sure they probably still do.
Well, we're excited that you were able to come help us with the concert.
Yes.
Knowing
Yes.
that you were a friend of Ruby's, you were the first person we thought of. So,
Well, thank you. Thank you, ladies. Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see you on Saturday night. And I hope a lot of you as well that are watching right now or watching later, do us a favor. And as you saw on the crawl across the screen, please, I'll put it up there again. Share this so people know that she is coming to our area. Again, a wonderful concert Saturday night at Rickman Auditorium. Ladies, thank you so much. I'm excited for Saturday night. Cannot wait to see you.
Thank you, Monica.
All right. Have a beautiful day.
thank
too.
you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We need women to lift women up.
Let's do that. Let's go. Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives.
I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey. You're close.
Monica. Whoa.
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind.
Woohoo! I always love that. I always say, let's go. It is 7:31, and I'm hoping that my guest signs on. If she doesn't, I'll tell you a little bit about the wonderful organization. It's called Rainbows for Kids. And as I mentioned, we did have Rob Raines on. He and his beautiful wife, Sally, started that organization when they found out that their niece had cancer. Well, Rainbows for Kids has done wonderful things, and we're talking a lot about the kids today. They have this event coming up this weekend. So the Real Monica Adams team is going to be busy with the Rickman Auditorium Ruby Leigh concert Saturday night, and then this event in the South County area for these mothers that are going through with their children as they go through cancer treatments. But they're going to be pampered. I think there's 30 different organizations that are giving back. There's a lot of donations. And by the way, if you would like to help out, they are looking for more donations to be able to put that on. So I am actually going to be donating journals to them because I want them to know how important it is for them not to lose themselves in all of this, because that's a very easy thing to do, right? You think about your children going through anything, but to be told that your child has cancer is just something that nobody ever wants to hear. Well, these mothers unfortunately know firsthand what that's all about, but they need a little reprieve, don't they? They need a little break. So Rainbows for Kids is the organization. And like I said, we did feature them before. I'm going to see if my guest is having a struggle trying to get on with us. If so, as I mentioned, hold on, I cannot sign on. Okay. Well, anyway, let me talk a little bit about the wonderful organization that they are. Again, Rainbows for Kids. I want you to look into them. Michelle will post for you the link to find out more about them, but they have been giving and giving and giving. They put on so many different events, but one of the things that I love is, again, these camps. And we were talking about Whitey Herzog, and one of the things that I love is you see the wheelchair accessible park. Whitey had a part in that. Isn't that the coolest thing? So they have Cardinals players that come out, and they're a part of it as well. They do this wonderful paddleboard and going out to the lake. They do a swim party. This was from July of last year. Constant things to make these kids feel better. And we just talked a little bit about Fred Bird. Well, there you go. I mean, he is everywhere with every child that he can help. They also did something last year with Disney on Ice, bringing these kids out and making them feel whole again when they struggle with what they're having to go through. So again, Rainbows for Kids. I love what they do. I think Sally, Rob's husband, is going to try to come on. Evidently, Michelle, her name is Michelle. She's with Rainbows for Kids. She evidently said she's struggling to come on. But I just wanted to say I'm proud to be a part of what they're putting on Sunday and being able to just shine a light on the organization and what they do as a whole. So when you're looking at giving money to organizations and you wonder, where should I give my donations? I'd love for you to donate to maybe an organization that we have featured on the show. And there's been a lot of them. You know, we're coming up on our 300th show on May 1st, which is blowing my mind that we've done that many since we launched in March of last year. And we just kind of, there's not been a lot that have been reruns. I did listen to my team when we talk about the balance of life. I did listen to the team and took a little time off in December, and we replayed some of our favorite shows. And a lot of those have to do with, again, wonderful people and wonderful organizations that are out there. This is going to give me a time to talk to some of you that have been posting comments and tell you some incredible things that are coming up. So I left off, I believe, with Stephanie. Yep. Julie Fabian, good morning. Leona, good morning. Watched the 1982 World Series at Boomers on the Landing. It was so fun. If you didn't see the beginning of the show, we were honoring, of course, Whitey Ball. If you haven't heard, Whitey Herzog, Hall of Fame manager, died at the age of 92. And the crazy thing was, he was just at opening day. They were showing the red jackets. He was just there. I mean, I told my husband yesterday when I found out the news, and he's like, "Oh, don't tell me that." I was like, "Yeah, but gosh, thank you, Whitey, for everything you did for St. Louis." Sherry Anderson, I love you, darling. She said, "Good morning. My friend Jennifer saw at dinner the other weekend. What Italian restaurant did you go to? I need a new place to take the fam." Well, we featured some really great ones. Trattoria Marsala, of course, is our all-time favorite. My husband and I have been going there for many, many years. They're coming up on almost 30 years of being open. We also did a beautiful feature on Casa Don Alfonso. So, Sherry, if you're still watching, there's a couple of ideas for you. I mean, there's a lot. We've got obviously the history of the wonderful restaurants on the hill, but those are the two favorites that we've had on our show. Trattoria Marsala, just off the hill, right there by Watson and Chippewa, and then you have Casa Don Alfonso at the Ritz. Good morning to Millie and Thomas. Jana, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. And Joy. Yep, Joy had said the ladies accomplished a lot for a small group. I know, but I need more help. So if you can maybe be a part of this club. Julie, you're very sweet. She said Monica's talented. Ruby Lee, Michelle says, we love you, girl. I cannot wait to see her Saturday night. Luann, love you. By the way, when you come Saturday night, do me a favor, come up. I'd love to take a picture with our community. All of you that have been watching us for the last several weeks, months, you've been watching for the last year. If you're coming to that, I would love to be able to take a picture with you. And thank you personally for sharing the love of our community. Love Ruby Lee, Luann says. I can't believe she's only 16 years old. What a natural talent. Yeah, I know. It's mind-blowing to me. I agree, Monica. The movie theaters on a Saturday evening is like a dessert. Oh, like a desert. Okay. They will close up eventually. No, let's not say that. So sad. I refuse to stream. It has put more isolated couch potatoes and binge watching. I know it's a convenience thing. And I mean, I do love the fact that you're staying at home with your families. Maybe you're spending a little bit more time with your kids, but the feeling of being out there at the theaters is really, for me, what it's all about. Kathy, seeing a movie in a theater is such a different experience. Exactly. Mid-America Spine and Rehab. Sean, we love him. Do you know that Dr. Sean Neary is part of our team now on Mondays? He is part of Medical Monday. And we just showed my experience last Monday, but we have so much more to talk about. So he'll be back with us Monday morning. If you ever have particular things that you would like from a health and wellness standpoint that you want us to cover, let me know so that I can get that to Sean and to Sarah for that matter, because we have Sarah from Sarah Franco from Invita Health and Wellness, and we have Dr. Sean Neary from Mid-America Spine and Rehab. Both of those restaurants are fabulous and great atmosphere, and the food is absolutely delicious. Yes, Marilyn took the advice from us and actually took her friends to both of those restaurants. So one more time, Sherry, if you're still on, Trattoria Marsala and Casa Don Alfonso, Michelle just dropped those for you as well. So tomorrow, let me say this as I look at some of the things Michelle's dropping for you. Do you know we have a podcast on top of our talk show? If you don't, it's on all of the audio podcast platforms. I don't care where you get your audio podcasts, but listen and look for The Real Monica Adams. That way you can take the show in a different way, because it's one thing to watch and it's another thing to listen and hear the message. So tomorrow's is with Kelly Chase, longtime St. Louis Blues player. We had a sit down about a month ago and we talked about his struggle with cancer. Now he went back in after the Puck cancer event and went for his 5th round. I've been watching and following. Do me a favor and follow Chasin' Pucks on X. Love what he posts. And he gives you updates, by the way, of what he's going through. So our thoughts and prayers going out to Kelly. But did any of you go to that event, by the way? Garth Brooks was there. Dirk Bentley was there. You had NHL alumni. You had St. Louis Blues alumni. They raised huge money for Siteman Cancer Center and the Jimmy V Foundation. And when Kelly Chase puts his mind behind something, I mean, it's huge. So I hope you had a chance to go to that. I saw a lot of pictures the next day of people with pictures with Garth Brooks, which I thought was super, super cool. I can't wait to hear from my daughter's friend Amber on her first mistletoe therapy. Yes, Julie Purcell, thank you. So we had Herminia on with Sarah on Monday, and we were talking about people going through any type of cancer. Herminia's story was about going through triple negative stage 4 breast cancer. And while she's going through her traditional cancer treatment, she is doing high dose vitamin C. She's doing mistletoe therapy treatment. And she said she feels amazing. She hasn't gotten sick. So look into that show. By the way, Amber heard us talk about mistletoe therapy when we just introduced it a couple of months ago. And she made a call immediately to Envita, which is 314-394-0950. And she set up in a consultation. She now is starting, I think it's today is her appointment, right? I believe. And I told Amber to be sure to reach out to me to tell me more about that. Okay, it's 7:40. I am going to take a quick break. When we come back, I have some exciting news to tell you about something that we signed yesterday that I want you to put on your calendar, because if anybody is looking to spend some time with their family outside at their own home, summertime, it's going to light you up of what we're going to feature coming up in June. I'm going to run down some shows that we have coming up, and we'll talk about Cultivating a Vision, which is a night that I want you to be a part of. That's all coming up next.
Hi, it's Monica Adams. Thank you so much for following along with The Real Monica Adams Show since we launched back in March. But I wanted to let you know there's so much more that I could do with you, your business, your corporation. Did you know that I'm a motivational speaker all around the world, as well as an MC and an auctioneer? So if you have an event, maybe a nonprofit organization, and you want to book me, just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Personal training, life coaching, and styling as well. Info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com.
Welcome back. Wednesday, April 17th, and it is the Real Monica Adams Show. Again, so sorry that Michelle Carter couldn't come on. I don't know if she's having connection issues. She's with Rainbows for Kids. Sally Rains, who is obviously behind Rainbows for Kids and the STL Sports page, was saying that she feels bad and is panicking about what to do. Don't worry about it. We gave you the plug. It's incredible things that you are doing. Can't put her on the phone, obviously, because we are on the TV portion of it all, and there's no way to pipe in just an audio call. But don't worry about it, Michelle. Again, take the shame off of yourself. Take the pressure off of yourself. We know about the organization, right? Everybody, by the way, because she's probably watching, Sally and both Michelle, can you please in the comments tell her it's okay? She's probably going to put a lot of pressure on herself because she can't figure out how to get on. Don't worry about it. We have done exactly what I wanted, which is showcasing the wonderful things that you do. And it's not like the community's coming out to this anyway, but the one thing the community can do, if they want to make a donation, go to Rainbows for Kids that Michelle dropped for you, help them out with money so they can continue to help these kids that are struggling with cancer and with their families that are struggling as well. Cannot wait to be there on Sunday. Give them the journal so that they know their value. I'm going to write something inspirational in that to them. Can't wait to talk to those moms, by the way. Yeah, see, Julie just said, no worries to all of you. I hope she's not crying at home, because I have a feeling that she might be doing that. Julie said she had it yesterday. She posted on her Facebook page how relaxing the place was. I'm so happy to hear that. That has to do with the mistletoe therapy. Yeah, Michelle, there you go. Rainbowsforkids.org. It's okay. Monica did a great job, Lou Ann said. Right. Again, take that pressure off of yourself. Okay, let me tell you about this exciting thing that's coming up. I have known, just like we were talking about the beginning roots of my career, I have known about this company for 30 years. In fact, it makes me smile because it makes me think about my beginning years in radio. And I would think about these wonderful sponsors that were part of our radio show, and knowing that we couldn't have the radio show if we didn't have sponsors and if we didn't have listeners, right? Well, that hasn't changed in 30 years. If all of you weren't on watching right now, sharing the love of the show, telling your family and friends to watch this kind of optimism in the morning, we wouldn't have a show. We wouldn't have a show if we didn't have our incredible sponsors, and gratitude to each and every one of them. And it continues to grow. So on the bottom of the screen right now, I'm going to put the current monthly sponsors that are with us, but it goes deeper than that. Obviously, gratitude to Dr. Sarah Franco, Jamie Rath from Envita Health and Wellness for popping on with us from the very beginning. Envita Health and Wellness, our title sponsor. But then we have Kathy Kilo Peterson, who came on with us about 6+ months ago. Marilyn's part of her wonderful team. We couldn't do it without all of you. And we love Kathy. And I'm hoping, how many of you called yesterday like I asked, right? It was call. Just simply call and ask for your policy to be looked at. State Farm agent champion extraordinaire, Kathy Kilo Peterson, kkilo.com. She's a friend of the show. She's become a friend of a lot of you in the community. So many of you have said, wow, we finally took the call to action, made the call. Angie and Ann both immediately told me several months ago that they called and they saved an extreme amount of money. 636-561-6460. Go in, meet the staff, see that right there on the corner of the desk. Again, I still say I love the fact that she says to be kind and we do as well. So obviously they take care of the home. They take care of your car. They take care of your motorcycle. They take care of your boat. They take care of anything that has value to you, right? Show your value. But what about the love of the pets? Show your pets some love as well because they do pet insurance. 636-561-6460. Again, Kathy Kilo Peterson. So besides Invita Health and Wellness, besides Kathy Kilo Peterson, we also want to thank those that have segments with us, like this afternoon, 4:00 this afternoon, we'll be doing Wet Your Whistle Wednesday with Chuck Gillentine with Defiance Ridge Vineyards. We also have Jessica Cook tomorrow with Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa and Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue doing Positive Talk Time. Mid-America Spine and Rehab just came on with us on Medical Mondays. Okay, so those are regular things that we have for you, right? But what about these fun? And I do mean fun. I told my team, if you want to be a part of something, you need to come out to these mobile Monicas. So we have been at coffee shops. We're going to be going to restaurants. We're going to go to an overlook during the sunset. I'll mention that in just a second. But this came about yesterday. So Mobile Monica right now, mark it on your calendars. It is going to be live at 7:00 in the morning. This is next month as we get ready for Memorial Day. So how many of you, and again, if I was in a room, I would have you raise your hand. How many of you have a pool? Or you've wanted a pool for a long time. I was blessed that my mom and dad had an above ground pool when we were little kids. And then they had the dream to build an in-ground pool. And I remember that process and how cool it was that they were able to design it. Then I bought my house when I was in my 20s in Afton. And one of the things I wanted to do is to make sure that it had a pool. So I had a pool for about 16 years in Afton. And then when Jim and I got married and we bought our house, you guessed it, I always wanted to make sure we had a pool. So we have a pool, and I know a lot of friends come over and say, oh, I wish I could have one. Well, here's what I want you to do. I want you to mark this on your calendar because what they're going to do for Memorial Weekend blows me away with regards to what they're offering. Just Pools and Spas is where we're going to be. JustPoolsAndSpas.com. They are around for decades. I mean, I've known them for 30 years since my beginning years in radio, right? In Festus. And I know it's been a long time before that. So they had their location actually next door and then they got bigger and they built. So look at these pools that could be in your backyard. They are on the West Outer Road in Arnold, Missouri. Let me put my calendar. Let me put my glasses on. 3987 West Outer Road South. I want you to go down, say hi to them, say hi to Madonna. She's the owner. Tell them that you heard about them on my show. If you have a pool already, by the way, above ground or in ground, go get your chemicals from them. Support them because they are booking us to do a really fun show. And you know where we're going to be. We're going to be right by the pool. When you drive by that West Outer Road, they already have it open and it is crystal clear. We're going to talk about what we all do wrong. It's a whole chemistry of what you have to do to take care of the pool. But once you have the right combination, then it's just absolutely sparkling clear and you love it. They mention that people, so if you have a pool, here's a little, what I need to pass along to you. They say you should open your pool in March and that you should close it in November. Jim asked yesterday, why such a long time period? That's so that the water can stay clearer longer. No, it's not necessarily you're going to be swimming in March and you're going to obviously, you're going to pay the electric bill. But as she said yesterday, it's a lot less than, what you would be spending in all the chemicals trying to get it from being green to try to get it crystal clear, which is what happens to us all the time. So Jim's going to open it this weekend. It'll probably be green because we waited about a month and we're going to try to push it to leave it open a little bit longer. We usually close it in October. Many public pools, close in right around Labor Day. So they go Memorial Day to Labor Day and it always feels like that's too short of time period. So she says extend it. I just love looking out the window. Don't you? If you have a pool, look out the window and be able to just see the water. It makes you feel like you're on a lake or you're by the ocean. Just looking at it alone calms me. Ask anybody who knows me. Water speaks to me. I find that I have the greatest clarity around water. My heartbeat is just so calm. It's like this whole Zen thing. So they also have hot tubs. They have the ability to build in-ground pools for you or above-ground pools. Julie Fabian says, my friend's pool is open. We have an in-ground pool and we love it. We put it in 22 years ago. So Linda, Julie, do me a favor, spread the word. Tell them to go in and buy their chemicals from Just Pools. Madonna I just love her. We spent about 2 hours together yesterday. Julie Purcell says, OMG, I pass them on my way to my daughter's house every day. Yes, they're right there. Exactly. So spread the word. Now, here's what I want you to pass along. So this is what they're going to be doing for Memorial Weekend. She's like, we're going to plan to do some really big sales. So Saturday, May 25th, Sunday, May 26th. They said they have prices you have been looking for years. All above ground pools that are going to be purchased that weekend, just for those 2 days, will receive a free upgrade to include walk-in steps, which would be significantly higher. Free upgrade if you have an above ground pool purchased, walk-in steps, or a free robotic pool cleaner. And take it from a pool owner. You want that. It gives you so much time back with your family and friends when you're not out there constantly manually cleaning the pool like my dad did, like my mom did, like I did, until I finally woke up and got one of those robotic pool cleaners. So you can get a free one or free walk-in steps if you purchase an above ground pool during May 25th and May 26th. Speaking of pool cleaners, if you already have a pool, you can purchase the Prowler 920 robotic in-ground pool cleaner, which would be much higher than this, for $9.99, or an above ground pool cleaner for only $3.99. So these are the specials that they're going to have. You also will be able to save on above ground pool filter systems. They are going to have 30% off on Clear Result chemicals, 30%. And if you wait, you're going to pay regular price just after Memorial Weekend, because then everybody's coming out and then they don't need to really take it down. 30% off of toys and games and floats, 15% off maintenance equipment. And if you're interested in a new in-ground pool, book yours during that 2-day sale, again, the 25th and 26th, and they will install it this fall. And ready for this? Give you a $5,000 credit toward any upgrade. 2-day Memorial Weekend sale, the 25th and 26th. Again, Just Pools and Spas on the West Outer Road in Arnold. So that's the big thing. And we'll be talking about a lot of that when we do our Mobile Monica on May 16th. We're going to be doing some giveaways and a lot of fun. I've been wanting to do a show sitting by the pool, and we're going to do just that. So isn't that going to be cool? Please have fun with us and watch that day. And by the way, go in and thank Madonna for booking us for that. I mentioned cultivating a vision. So I want you to know that tickets are on sale for this. You can find them under the events section of the TheRealMonicaAdams.com website. This is part 5 already, by the way. And that beautiful lady, just a beautiful soul. Obviously, she's stunningly gorgeous. I mean, come on. She was a fitness model, but that's not what I love about her. I love who she is on the inside. Cultivating a Vision, number 5 on Thursday, May 9th, and that'll be from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I say that because a lot of people watch from different areas. So it'll be 7 p.m. to 8:30 Eastern Time, which is her time zone. Tickets are on sale right now for $35. What does this night look like? Well, this is an emotional night for some people. It's a night to laugh. It's a night to dream. It's a night to be educated. So many levels that have happened in the 4 that we've had before this. And no, you do not have to have gone to 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can come on Zoom on Cultivating a Vision for part 5, open up and dream big and carve out your future. We've already had people that have purchased their tickets. If you haven't purchased them yet, purchase them now, because ticket prices will go up next Friday. And then they'll go up again right before the night that we hold. We did this on Thursday, by the way, because a lot of you asked for that. Thursday, May 9th, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And kids under the age of 18 are absolutely free, because we want to help those future leaders. They want to come and be a part of the Zoom. I'd love to see them. You want family and friends, you want to give the 18-year-old and under the link to join us? Go, by all means, please do that. But again, it is a way for you to learn how to clear the mind, how to meditate, how to do breathing, all those things. When you find that kind of clarity that I talked about when I'm in front of water, watch what happens when you are able to really find what the true goal is for your life. So Cultivating a Vision, again, part 5 will be coming up for you on Thursday, May 9th. Buy those tickets early. I can't say it enough. There's no reason for you to wait any longer. So those are some cool things that are coming up for you. We just mentioned Ruby Leigh, and if you don't get a chance to go this coming Saturday night, then you'll have an opportunity to be with the Real Monica Adams team. Michelle's coming to this one, I'm pretty sure. This will be July 4th at Defiance Ridge. She'll be live in concert there. And then after her show, she will be sitting around with us as we watch the dual fireworks. I want to spend the holiday with you. So, I mean, we're giving you a lot of opportunities to be out with us. A lot of people are like, oh, I really would love to meet you in person. Well, you got to come to these events. So I've given you a couple. Let me also give a little plug, because I was talking to my friend yesterday. I used to waitress years ago with Christy Prosser, both of us when we were in our teens and early 20s. At Copperoo's. Anybody that came from North County, do you remember that place? Copperoo's, right across from Coke Park in Florissant. She was my manager, and I've loved to watch everything that she's gone through. So entrepreneurial spirit, woman-owned business, finding love again later in life. And she is booking us for her restaurant that she opened, and she's going to be celebrating her anniversary on June 6th. We're going to have a Mobile Monica at Firefly Grill, which is in Chesterfield. So mark that one on your calendar. I think we're going to do it right around probably happy hour time period, maybe around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We're still putting the time of it together, but I'm asking you to put these things on your calendar. Start asking your family and friends to come out to these, to have fun with us. So we're going to be doing bonus shows for you outside of our morning shows. It'll be June 6th, again, Firefly Grill. Then June 13th, Sunset Overlook. For those of you that want me to come on the Illinois side, we're going to be in Columbia, Illinois, and that one's going to be at 7 p.m. Why? Because sun won't set until 8:27 that evening. So we're actually going to do the show, and then we'll be there as the sun is setting. What a perfect way to end the show. 7 to 8:30. So see, a lot of opportunities for you. Firefly Grill, Sunset Overlook, and then we've also, as I mentioned, we have the Just Pools event coming up on the 16th. We also are going to be doing our regular segments, which is the Positive Talk Time. Those continue into the rest of the year. And they actually on May will be May 9th and May 23rd. So we can mix in these other fun shows. If you have a business, you have an event, you have a festival that would like to book us and bring the show out to you, this is as easy as it is. Just email me. Let me put it back up on the screen. If you have topics or guests that you would like to see on the show, feel free to comment or email info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com, and let's start talking. I mean, it's that simple. And one of the things I mentioned before, and Trudy knows about this, Trudy brought Orange Theory Fitness in Fenton to us, and she got $100 worth of Monica merchandise. How many of you, by the way, have your shirts? How many of you have your journals? How many of you have purchased jackets or purchased a coffee mug or a tea mug? If you haven't, our merchandise is available on our store, on our website. And I just want you to represent it proudly. People stop people all the time that have these, and they're like, what's this all about? Know your value. And then they see, whoops, wrong side. They see the logo and they say, what's the Real Monica Adams? And then that's your way of saying, oh my gosh, it's this wonderful show. And it's how I wake up every morning. Or even if you can only watch for 10, 15 minutes, then you come back to it. If you can't watch the whole thing live, come back and make sure you hear the entire message. Stephanie just said she can't wait for Sunset Overlook. Yeah, I think Richard Melching also said he's bringing a big group out there. And then I'm hoping Julie is as well, because Julie's the one that introduced us to Julie, because Julie Ingold is the owner. So have I given you enough? Hey, we're not slowing down anytime soon. I've got a couple of other ones that are in the works that I'm hoping to solidify. One of those is going to be in Lake St. Louis. I can't say yet because I don't have the exact date, but she wants to celebrate her anniversary with us. So we've got Sunset Overlook celebrating their anniversary, Firefly Grill celebrating their anniversary, and then hopefully this business in Lake St. Louis celebrating their anniversary. There's a lot of festivals and events and things like that coming out in the summer. I want to thank Julie Lally, a friend of mine that I've known for many, many years. She used to do PR for the Fox, and she just had yesterday sent me an email and said, we want you to do a short interview with the organizers from Assumption Greek Orthodox Church to promote, speaking of Memorial Weekend, how many of you go to the Greek Festival? I'm going to raise my hand. We do it on a regular basis. We're going to talk about the Greek festival. We're going to show you the incredible food, and we're going to do a little opa. And then for 24 hours, you will see on my social media pages the wonderful food. We'll take some little clips from the organization, and I want you to share that with everybody, because if you've never been to the Greek festival at Assumption, you have been missing out. It is so much fun. That one's in the city, by the way. Michelle said she can't wait for the new color of the Monica t-shirt. I am picking those up tomorrow, by the way. For those of you that are looking for new colors, maybe you have one already. We are getting pink and teal, and they are beautiful. I'm picking those up tomorrow, and we'll have those available to you. So whenever I'm coming to these live shows, we of course do have our Monica merchandise out there for you. So if somebody that you turn me on to books a mobile Monica show or becomes a regular monthly sponsor, you get $100 in Monica merchandise. And you have your choice. You want a t-shirt, you want a jacket, you want mugs, you want journals. You can put a little package together. That's what you get. We want to give back to say thank you for sharing the love of the show. All right, we're going to wrap up for you. I just want to say thank you so much for all of you that watch day in and day out, whether it's live or you watch the show on replay. Let me know when it's on replay, because I sit down in the evening and look at all those comments, make sure I love them all or like them all or comment back to you, answer your questions. We've got some big things coming up for you. Continuing tomorrow, Jessica Cook and I, Positive Talk Time, and we're going to be talking about their big gala that's coming up in the fall. They need a lot of help. They need event organizers with them. They need volunteers. They need sponsors. We'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about some crazy stories. Somebody came in there yesterday and said, I want to adopt your oldest guest that you've had here. And so Jessica got all excited. She put her coffee down. She was like, great. She was going to go back and get some of them. And then the lady started going through this laundry list of, but they can't be this, they can't be this, they can't be this. Here she said she thought she had the unicorn adopter. And it turned out that the lady was like, I'll adopt your oldest animal that you've had here. But no. And she's like, this is what people do, Monica. It's just absolutely crazy. We're going to talk about some of the residents that they still have, like Jalapeno is still there. Gosh darn it. Herman is still there. Gosh darn it. We're going to talk about some of them that when people think, hey, you're posting a picture, why can't I adopt them right away? Because there's a level of vetting. How is the animal doing? Who can they be with? They don't want to just adopt an animal out and then you return it. I'm going to tell you firsthand about an experience of somebody in my family who adopted from somewhere else. And guess what? I think they have to return the dog. Yeah, because the dog, I think, bit the other dog's face. Hopefully the dog's okay. But that is what happens when you just have other organizations that just say, yeah, here, take the dog. Nope. Jessica and her team will not do that. And it is to prevent the return aspect. So tomorrow, a little positive talk time. I hope you enjoy those. If you ever have any topics you want us to discuss about your dogs, you have questions from a vet aspect, from a groomer aspect, from a training aspect. Jessica is so intelligent and's got a heart of gold. I can't wait for their big event, by the way, coming up in the fall. And hopefully you'll be able to maybe be a part of it and help them with that. So that'll be on Thursday. That's tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'll see you bright and early. God bless you all. Enjoy this gorgeous day. One more time, the What the Weather forecast is 83, sunshine today, tomorrow, 81. Watch out for those storms between 12 and 8, and we'll narrow it down into the metro area a little bit more between 1 and 5. Be weather aware, and then dropping down temperature-wise in the 60s, 63, 61, 63 for those 3 days after we get past tomorrow. So much cooler as we head into the weekend. If you cannot come to Ruby Lee on Saturday night, then be sure to mark it on your calendar. You do not want to miss her in concert, but I hope to see you Saturday night as well. Have a great hump day. Stephanie said, enjoy this beautiful day. And remember, you know what to do. Go out and show kindness to everybody. God bless you all.
Envita Health and Wellness, where you can feel your best both inside and out. Envita isn't your typical med spa. They're a multi-specialty medical spa and wellness center serving St. Louis and its surrounding areas. They have ketamine for mental health and pain, IV therapy, medical weight loss, and aesthetics treatments. As board-certified anesthesia providers, Envita can ensure that their advanced treatments are provided safely with minimal to no pain. So let Envita take care of you. Call 314-394-0950 to book an appointment or online, envitahealthandwellness.com.